Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. A man that broke barriers, the one and only Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business. Up against them, Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. So much firepower here. The jab slightly off target. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this.
On their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a match.
Like to see more jabs. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. That jab doesn't find a home. Every time, the final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. This fighter has been down twice. Here we go for round two. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Both men step back for just a moment. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Misses with the jab. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. Let's get it started in round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely sharp. What gets you through? Willpower. Because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Missing with that right hook. Left hook just missed. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other. Because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do anything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? The greatest has been days. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Big shot. And down goes Ali. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Let's see how the game plan... Here we go to the fourth round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. See how you are going to do it.
Can't find a home for that jab. Do you believe this? So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
They believe they're
There's the bell to start round 5. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Knocked down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
And there's the bell to start round one. Tried to score with a jab. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Jab slightly off target. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well done with that counter shot. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Right uppercut just off target. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment, there's the bell for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. Beautiful counter punch. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Fighters always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
If you want to corner an outside fire, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin it!
Down goes Lomachenko. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Great round. Now relax. Out that round.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
You have got long arms and you're the bigger fighter. You've got to keep him out there because you're not good at fighting up close and personal. Very, very good fighters can do that. Very, very good big fighters can do that. But use the jab, use the reach, and use that end of shot power.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Straight right just misses. Nope, that hook won't score. Jab does not score. One punch could change everything in this battle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. If you like close back and forth boxing contests, then this is the fight for you, huh? Both of these men have had some fantastic moments.
We knew this was going to be tight. We knew it was going to be close. Everything.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down?
I cannot wait to see what happens this round. I'm stoked. I'm supposed to know this sport. I have no idea which way it's going to go. What you say, Doc?
Hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Misses with the straight left. That big hook doesn't land. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off the tech and everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. No rest for the weary. This fight has a real good flow to it. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs... Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. He threw the hook, didn't land. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Swing and a miss with that hook. These punches coming from every angle. Punch, counter punch. Which fighter will say very close round with 10 seconds to go? Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not. Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is a cheap.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
That's a good start to the round for this guy.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
They both want the knockout. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Nope, that hook won't score. Crawford is dazed. Can you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Gotta waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then gotta paw you. walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing a round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
That left hook missed. Courage on display here is incredible. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going... And there's the bell for round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think them. You just gotta be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
The only fear you have with this fighter is that Lomachenko goes down. So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what they're fighting.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Crawford's legs are all over the place. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. That jab scores. Good counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee, just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? They both want a knockout, you can tell. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Get that jab back. Just box him. Jab.
Okay, I'm happy.
And there's the bell to start round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, you make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He threw the hook, didn't land. You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always cut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight.
On to the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
Never gonna happen. If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody could ever get past that jab.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Always the smaller man.
When you're fighting somebody so big, this is when you've got to stick to your game plan. You deviate, you're out of there.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice job blocking the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Round I like.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Well done with that counter shot. Insane action. Unlucky to miss with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. On to the fifth we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Is Frazier in trouble? Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? Needs to put, you know, the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Focus, get your mind back on the job. Yes, I like that round. Good round.
This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. He misses with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around them. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Both men step back for just a moment. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judges. Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Misses with the straight left. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Missing with the hook. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax.
Come on, we're getting back into the fight.
You change too much. Keep doing what you're doing.
And we enter the 8th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Like to see more jabs. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? And down goes Fury. Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again, and that's a lot of points for losing around.
I need to turn this. Oh, wait a minute. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? And right back into the fray.
Defense.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Down goes Fury. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. No rest for the weary. Nice lead hook. Nice counter shot. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in it. They love this. They are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just a notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
It's all offense all the time. That jab won't score. They are going to surrender. No moss. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way